It is time for our Sunrise Smart Start. Colleges ramping up efforts to bring students back to the classroom full-time in the fall. Some are beginning vaccine clinics on campus with the help of the state health department.
Erica DeCoste joining us live outside the Hawkeye vaccination site in Rochester with more on this. Good morning, Erica.
Good morning, Leah. Well, ever since age eligibility expanded to include 16-year-olds and older to get a vaccine like at sites anywhere like the one behind me, colleges say this is a game changer for bringing students back to school in the fall to get their vaccine, but also they're making it easier and offering on-site clinics like the one you just mentioned happening today in Brockport, and it's all an effort to turn a new page for the fall. We spoke to Brockport spokesperson who is optimistic for a full return. The reason is a high level of enthusiasm among students about getting the vaccine. A lot of students, so much so that he and other SUNY officials don't think a mandate will be in the equation. Here's what John Falaco with the school had to say about starting vaccine efforts today.
Those slots went very quickly. So that's really indicative of the fact that our students are eager and willing to get vaccinated, and we're excited to have more and more of them vaccinated in the coming weeks and months.
Now, Jim Malatra, SUNY Chancellor, says this is the case for all SUNY schools across the board in terms of bringing all of them back for 100% in person in the fall, minus a few higher education courses. For now in Rochester, Erica DeCoste, News 8.
Erica, thank you. And the SUNY Chancellor saying that Johnson & Johnson vaccine is a great fit for students who live far away from home because it's one and done, and it does not require a return for a second dose.
Well, today, the U.S. Capitol Police officer William Billy Evans, who was killed in the line of duty nearly 2 weeks ago, will lie in honor in the U.S. Capitol Rotunda.
Joined once again this morning by Washington correspondent Rashad Hudson. Rashad, good morning. Do we know anything more about the person who is accused of killing Officer Evans?
Good morning. We know his name is Noah Green. He's 25 years old. He's believed to have been originally from Indiana, but most recently lived in Virginia. Now, investigators are still digging through his social media, and they're trying to find answers as to why he rammed his car into that barricade that ultimately killed Officer Evans and injured another Capitol Police officer.
Rashad, another big topic in Washington right now, President Biden's infrastructure bill. What is the latest with that?
Well, yesterday, the president and vice president met with key members of Congress, a bipartisan group from the House and Senate, to talk the details of his infrastructure plan, that $2 trillion plan. Now, this group is going to be key to moving that bill forward in Congress, and the president says he's wanting to get Republican support, but Republicans are rejecting the bill, saying it's too costly and that the expansion of the word broadband is not right. They're saying it should be more narrowed. They want to keep it to those traditional items of infrastructure such as roads and bridges and broadband, but they don't want to go beyond that.
Yeah, certainly something we'll keep a close eye on. Rashad, thank you so much for your coverage this morning.
Let's turn our attention to the Tuesday morning forecast here in Rochester now. James Gilbert standing by with, well, a look at the temperatures, which frankly aren't that bad, at least in terms of the averages for this time of the morning, right?
Yeah, for sure. We're 10 to 15 degrees above mid-April temperature, so mid-40s, can't complain about it. Penn Yan, 46 degrees, 47 Dansville, Rochester, you're at that same mark as well. Mostly cloudy, but we are seeing a little bit of light, especially east of Rochester, so don't call it an overcast day. A nice drive this morning, pretty calm, but I do expect to see a few rain showers start to work their way in as we get into this afternoon. Isolated at best, barely worth the umbrella, so watch out for those as we start off the day, and in about 6 minutes I'll bring back the baby walking forecast for those with little ones. Mark, Leah?
Ever popular, James. Thank you. Time now for another check of the roads with our Sunrise traffic. We mentioned it in our last update, a disabled vehicle on the inner loop at East Main Street in Rochester. As you can see, 490 over the Douglas-Anthony Bridge flowing nicely, 390 and 590 reporting well at this hour of the morning as well.
Law enforcement agencies across Monroe County are increasing crisis intervention training for officers. The 40-hour course for current police officers focuses on responding to people in mental health or other crises. The training comes after the death of Daniel Prude and state-mandated police reform in New York State. Organizers say the training is more important this year than ever before.
it's always important, but the events of the last year with COVID and everything else have really brought mental health issues to the forefront. And every little bit of assistance we can give our people to do their jobs better and do it more safely is vital to them.
That training includes de-escalation techniques. Police officers will also hear from families whose loved ones have been in a mental health crisis.
Well, police say reports of ATVs and dirt bikes racing along Rochester's city streets are on the rise. All of this despite several deaths related to dirt bikes in the past couple of weeks. Rochester City Council member Jose Pio is taking action now. He says legislation is being proposed that would have violators pay hefty fines, almost equaling the amount of the cost of a dirt bike.
Protesting continued for a second night in Minnesota after a police-involved shooting over the weekend. According to police there, 20-year-old Dante Wright was shot during a traffic stop. Brooklyn Center officials calling the incident an accidental discharge, saying the officer who fired intended to use a taser, not a handgun. Local activists say there needs to be justice in cases like this.
I know people in Rochester feel it from Daniel Prude, but other people across the nation are suffering as well. It's not just Rochester. It's not just an isolated incident of Daniel Prude. This is a historic and systemic problem in America, and something needs to be done.
Officials saying a medical examiner ruled Wright's death a homicide. According to officials, police body camera footage shows officers tried to handcuff Wright. Wright struggled to get back in the car. The officer gives a taser warning, you saw that there, but fires her gun instead. The officer has been placed on administrative leave.
Well, today marks the first day of Ramadan, a month-long event symbolizing the 9th month in the Islamic calendar. It is considered one of the holiest Islamic months in which Muslims fast from sunrise to sundown. This time is meant to be used for spiritual reflection, along with heightened devotion and worship, all in hopes of bringing these positive habits forward once Ramadan has come to a close. Followers are also encouraged to give charity throughout the month to everyone celebrating Ramadan Kareem, and good luck with your fasts. Time now for a look at the GRE Morning Business Report on this Tuesday. L3Harris Technologies named among Fortune 100's best companies to work for. The company coming in at number 80 on the list, employs more than 3,500 people locally. Wegmans, we should note, way up the chart, coming in at number 4 on the list this year.
Interest rates expected to remain steady. That's according to Fed Chairman Jerome Powell, who also says while the American economy is poised for an extended period of strong growth, the coronavirus is still a threat. Retailers have been seeing more business in the past few months, which has helped the economy, but unemployment numbers are still at record levels right now.
Well, it's considered a big step forward for one COVID-19 treatment. Regeneron says a clinical trial of its antibody therapy reduced the risk of symptomatic infections by 81%. The drug maker says it is now seeking FDA approval for that treatment to be used as a preventative treatment. The therapy is already used to treat adults with mild to moderate symptoms and high-risk children 12 years or older.
All right, here's one for all you movie lovers out there. How about getting paid to binge watch Oscar-winning movies? How's that sound? CableTV.com is hiring a film fanatic to watch and review every Best Picture winner from the last 21 years. The job pays over $2,000. It also comes with a $100 Grubhub gift card and 4 boxes of popcorn to keep you fueled up through the binge.
All right. Sounds like an enticing offer.
Popcorn enough? Is that enough for you think?
Well, maybe this on top of that. Here's what folks may be talking about at the water cooler. Major League Baseball in full swing. One company wants to pay people to find out which stadium has the best hot dogs. Casino review site Bonus Finder launching a new contest to find an MLB professional food tester.
Okay.
There might be one or two out there.
Yum.
The winner will be given $500 as well as a budget for food and travel. According to the contest page, the tester will be expected to travel to Major League Baseball stadiums to taste, of course, the hot dogs there, watch the game, and then write a review.
We'll do that and
Yes,
watch movies.
please.
Right.
All of the above. Sounds
feel
good.
like
Can start immediately.
Yeah, right. We need to find the people that do these jobs. We say these jobs exist, but
They do.
you
There
know,
are chocolate testers out there, too.
chocolate testers.
Yes.
Wow, there you go. Well, whether or not you're going to eat some chocolate on the baby walk, you got to go out there and give the kiddo some fresh air. Morning time's going to be the best. Love this photo here of Henry. Thank you, Sarah, for submitting this photo. Temperatures do climb into the just lower 60s for most. Along Lake Ontario, you're going to be a bit cooler this afternoon. Of course, you got that bit of a lake breeze, but look at this gorgeous sunrise right now over Lake Ontario. If you're further west from Rochester, you're probably stuck in the clouds. Others, though, do see a bit of sun, so mostly dry today. The rain returns on Thursday, and then the cold air eventually returns as we get through the second half of the week. You see 40s for afternoon highs Thursday and Friday. I don't think winter's done with us quite yet this April.
Yeah, that's a good thing to end on right now. Thank you so much. Hey, thank you for watching News 8 at Sunrise.
Our next update coming up in 30 minutes. CBS This Morning is coming up next. Be safe and have a great day.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for new.